Kenny from Northern Edge 511 here. I've got 4 different knives I want to share with you guys today. 3 of them are from the 2015 line. I'd say they're my favorites of 2015. And then the other one is one that I've had for many years, and it's just been a fantastic knife. Held up through much abuse, and I think it would probably be a great one to share with you guys. So anyways, here you go. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, here are the main 4 I'm going to talk about today. By far probably the 4 best knives I own. I'd say it's probably a pretty safe statement there. By far just awesome knives, every single one of them. Like I said, they're a little different in each of their purposes and each of their uses, and they have their pros and cons, but I'll go over those with you. First one here, starting on my left, is a good old USMC, let's try that again, K-bar, 7-inch fighting knife, made out of 1095 high carbon. Just awesome, just a tank of a knife. Has a really nice kind of a clip point here, with a false edge on that swedge. I think you can see there. Really solid knife though. Has a nice finger guard, with a traditional K-bar, leather handles. It is a full tang, as you can see. Kind of narrows down a little bit there at the end, but still a full tank construction. Huge handle. I have pretty large hands, and there's a solid inch and a quarter around the end there. Really nice. You get a really good purchase here. If indeed you were in knife fighting situation, it kind of keeps you in the anatomic correct position for knife fighting based on the thumb guard there. As always, 1095, you can just get a hair popping edge, with minimum work, and makes it for a little bit easier to maintain the edge as well. This is one of the knives that has been kind of throughout history for quite a while, given to our armed forces and many different aspects. This one is primarily the Marine Corps version, but really love this knife. And here on the back you can see K-bar and then Olin, New York. So yeah, really great knife though. As you can tell, it's seen its fair days. It's been through quite a bit, but I've used this knife to chop, to baton, dig even in the ground, and it is not disappointed at all. So anyways, this is the sheath that comes with that one. It's a good old leather sheath. The knife is made in America, but the sheath is made in Mexico. But yeah, still really great quality nonetheless. And I love this sheath for the sole reason. I'll talk about one that I don't like so much that's leather in a second, but this right here, the securement device is high enough where you don't run into the edge cutting it up. And just your typical kind of a drop leg design. Has a leashing hole here if you do want to wrap around your leg for extra securement. It is a pretty long knife, 7 inches, but goes in there real nice. Just awesome knife. Great even just to keep in your collection, and I love our armed forces. I never had the ability to serve, but it's been a blessing to have our men and women in forces serving for us. So, but a really great knife. Love it, love it. The next one I have for you here is the Schrade SCHF 42, and it is from Schrade. It is Taiwan made, 1095 hard carbon steel as well. Nice full tang construction. A little bit of a drop point here, as you can tell, coming down. 1095, really nice, easy to get that sharp edge on. Kind of more of a budget steel. Yeah, just awesome. 5.1 inch blade, and it is the one that the sheath is not so great, and I'll describe that here in a second. Does have jimping on the top here. I am not a fan of jimping. I don't know. I just have never really needed it or used it. It's got a kind of a nice little finger guard here that, you know, in my opinion, you don't really need per se that jimping, but you know, I guess if you're choking up, you know, it does help a little bit. But you know, if they're gonna want you to use that, I think they should probably put a little bit of a finger guard there, but or a little finger groove here for you. But anyways, the handles that came with it were absolute garbage. They're kind of like a real smooth, slick polymer black that's screwed in 2 places, and that's one of my biggest complaints about this knife. It's not really the knife's fault either. It's just probably one of their ways that they can get the knife in at a reasonable price. Anyways, these are some custom burlap micarta that I made, and I riveted on there. And then it has the lanyard hole, which is always a plus for when you want to get those chops in. Really nice. One nice thing I really like about this knife is it has this big belly here. This is my go-to knife for when I'm skinning. I can really grab a hold, good purchase on the knife, and I can scrape those hides. It just worked out so well for me. You know, it's a nice thick blade. Off the top, I don't know the thickness of it, but I mean, this is a battle horse. You know, you can put through quite a bit of abuse. It is a griffin design there. I think you can see that. There we go. Anyways, yeah, put through this knife, you know, through its paces quite a bit as well. Just feels great in your hand, you know, not really any hot spots, you know, and part of that could be the handles I put on it. The other ones weren't great. They didn't fit up real nice. It kind of had a sharp edge along the spine, and I don't know. It, like I said, it was the budget end of the knife. So anyways, really nice knife. The one thing I don't like about this knife is its sheath. And this is where they saved you the most money as well. It's a leather sheath, but the design is real bulky. Stitching is not terrible on it, but it's just my biggest complaint right here. The guard, the securement device for the knife is right next to it, so you can see where it gets cut up so much when it's going in and out of sheath. And you know, even with the mindset of trying to keep them open, you know, you're gonna forget and you're gonna slice that leather, and then eventually it's gonna break down and it's gonna be worthless. So, you know, I'd recommend getting like an aftermarket Kydex if you want, or you know, making your own. So, but that's the big thing I don't like about it. But this knife is just a workhorse. Absolutely love it. All right. Price wise, as of today on Amazon, you can get this K-Bar 7-inch fine knife for $73.53 with Prime. You know, so it is a little bit of investment, but I tell you what, if you are capable, do it. This knife has just been awesome. It'd probably be one of my go-to for pretty much anything tactical and survival, you know. Awesome knife though. the SCHF42 here, on Amazon it is running for $46.42 with Prime. So a little bit less, still a workhorse, still, I mean, you watch videos out there and this knife gets put through the ringer and it just is really durable. Nice that the blade is, you know, on that 1095, so you can sharpen it up nice and easy. But you know, if you are if you do want an American made knife, you know, this probably is not the knife for you. You know, I love that this is made in America, and this next one is made in America too. But anyways, moving on to this one. This one is more of a recent purchase for me. In 2015, I got it towards the end of 2015. Really great knife made by Gerber. This is the Strong Arm, and I tell you what, this knife is exactly what it says. It is so durable, so well executed, thought out, and you know, diverse with its uses. This would be an excellent truck or a car survival kit knife. It is straight edge, as you can tell. All mine are straight edge. I don't like serrations. It's just something that I've, you know, they're hard to resharpen. They're good if you need them, but that's about it in my opinion. This is made out of 420 high carbon. Blade length is 4.8 inches. It is made in America, like I said. It's actually right here, Portland, Oregon. Really solid knife though. Let's see, nice finger guards. You get a good purchase on it, you know, and if you choke up on it, you can see, you know, like I said, I got pretty large hands, and you know, I've got a solid inch on the end of it there. You know, give you a good purchase if you do need to do any, you know, cutting or throwing sparks, or you know, even anything in like a more of a tactical basis. It is a drop point, as you can tell, kind of goes down. Once again, it's got that little bit of a tactical swedge to it, I guess if you can say that. It is a dull edge, it's not sharpened. You definitely could if you wanted, I guess, but I don't really see a point in it. And then it's kind of more of like a half flat ground. You know, it's not like your Scandi grind where, you know, kind of cuts down, but I don't know. It's a fantastic knife though. I've put through a good number of paces in the short time I've had it. Nice thick blade all the way down to a great tip. And this one by far wins the sheath competition. I'll talk about that in a second. As you can see here, it has this pommel on the back. It's a full tang construction. You know, great for breaking glass, you know, knocking through doors if you need, or chipping away at something. Really solid construction. Feel like you get a good purchase on. The handle is super tacky, and I mean, even without gloves on, I feel like if it were wet, you would have a good purchase on it. It's more of a diamond glass reinforced handle. But this is where it comes in great. This sheath. Gerber has outdone themselves with this sheath. As you can tell here on the back, it has a normal belt slide, which is kind of neat if you do want to carry it small of the back, if you want to carry it on your side. This little guy pops out, kind of a molly stick, and then you can see here it has 3 openings where you can lash that onto a pack, onto your belt, whatever you want. Clicks in there real nice. And nice thing is it's ambidextrous. You can flip it around 180 degrees and it'll snap right in there. So, you know, it's great for left-handers. Has a nice drainage hole on the end, a couple of them. And this one actually comes with a nylon attachment as well that goes on here, and allows you to kind of do a drop leg, or even like a reverse drop leg if you want it down. Really neat design though. I love this knife, and on Amazon today it was going for just over $50, $52.82. So really a bargain knife. It is made out of that 420 high carbon, super durable, 4.8-inch blade, American made. You know, I don't know, for the money, this is the most bang for your buck right here. Gerber Strong Arm, really fantastic. And finally, many of you might recognize this, the Mora, good old 511 basic. This knife is just a woodworker's dream. You know, it really nice high carbon steel. It is made in Sweden, so it's not USA made, but it's not lacking at all. 3.6-inch blade from back to tip. The sheath is pretty good. Nice scanny grind all the way down, really fine edge, sharp. I was able to, you know, cut wood very easily with minimal effort with this. You know, great for your bushcraft tasks, you know, making fire sticks or feather sticks, you know, if you need to make a trap, anything. Really nice, just cuts through it like butter. Nice plastic handle. It is not a full tang, it's a partial tang hidden, but still it is a nice knife for the price. On Amazon today it was just over $9. So I mean, you know, for your pack, $9, you can't beat this. The sheath is kind of nice too. It's a plastic sheath. Kind of honestly reminds me of like a fillet knife sheath. You know, clicks in there, not super tight, but you know, it does hold it nice and secure. No rattle or anything like that. It's got your belt clip here in the back that you can easily, without taking your belt off, snap it on and off. And then this right here, this is pretty neat in and of itself. It allows you to kind of tier the Mora knives. So this on the back here, you'd slip it in here, and then you would have stacked knives. Mora has a whole line of these knives, you know, stainless versus high carbon, and different handles and whatnot, and you can kind of do a multiple knife stack there if you need, which makes it really nice. Right here you can see the drainage hole, nice big drainage hole. For the price, you know, it's a great knife. If you just want a knife to keep in your car, or you know, take when you go fishing or whatever, and you don't want to worry about dropping your $70 or $80 knife into the river, this would be your knife. Really nice multi-purpose knife. Really, these four knives are kind of the basics for me. You know, I have my tactical survival knife, fighting knife here, and the K-bar. This SCHF42. I have my game processing. I have my you know, just durable wood splitting if I need, and along with just basic bushcraft. It does have a 90-degree spine on it, so I can throw sparks with it. And then finally, these two, the Gerber Strong Arm. This is quickly becoming my go-to knife for just about everything. You can split with it, you can stab with it, you can throw sparks with it, you can dig with it even. You know, I mean, it holds up just phenomenal, and you can put an edge back on it with minimal effort. This is probably coming up to number one for me here pretty soon. And then this Mora, you know, why not? The Swedes know what they're doing. It's a great knife. Really nice edge on it. Not much to complain about with this knife. It's a $9 knife. Couldn't make it for that. So anyways, these I would say would be my 4 favorite fixed knives of 2015. I've had this K-bar for much longer than that. You know, I'd say I've had that for probably, oh man, probably coming on 5-6 years, and it still outperforms many knives out there. These 3 I've had for just since 2015, but I absolutely love them. I cannot wait to see what Schrade, Gerber, even Mora. I saw Mora possibly coming out with a full tang design on this. That'd be awesome. You know, even if it was $15, I'd pay it. Great knives from 2015, and depending on when you get this, phenomenal knife. But anyways, I'd love to hear your comments, your suggestions on what your favorite knives are. If you have any questions or want to see other knives featured in these videos, please comment. Don't forget to always like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And as always, stay strong, and we'll see you out there.